All right, so our last lesson is going to be about matrix equations. And it's just like you have linear equations and you're solving for x, except you have matrices in there, okay? So I had given you matrix A and I give you matrix B. And I want you to solve A plus 1/3 x equals 1/3 B. Now, my suggestion to you is to go ahead and get x by itself before you go input in all the matrices, okay? So I'm going to use this and I'm going to isolate x before I even input my matrices, okay? So first thing I need to do is subtract A on both sides, okay? So when I do that, I now have 1/3 x equals 1/3 B minus A. The last thing I need to do is get rid of the 1/3. I told you a while ago, I'm not really sure when, but when you have a fraction and you're trying to get rid of it, multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply this by 3, and then I'm going to multiply this whole side by 3. The 3 and the 1/3 cancel out, so I'm left with x, which is what we wanted. Now I need to distribute this 3. 3 times 1/3, well, that, if it cancels out over here, it's going to cancel out over here. So it's B minus 3 times A is going to be 3A. Now that we've got that, now let's input the matrix, because x is by itself, so whatever this is going to be like what we did the other day, okay, with scalar matrices. So I'm going to input the matrix. Matrix B is going to be 0, 0, 3, negative 6, minus 3 times matrix A, which is negative 8, negative 7, 11, and 11. All right, so like we did yesterday, I want to distribute the scalar first, and then I'll combine like terms. So I'm going to distribute the negative 3 into that matrices, okay? So we're going to say x equals, this matrix stays the same, all right? This is going to turn to a positive because I'm distributing the negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. Negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. That's going to be negative 33. And then this one's going to be negative 33 also. Now we're back to addition. And all you're going to do is combine your combine your like elements, like in the same position. So 0 plus 24 is 24. 0 plus 21 is 21. 3 minus 33 is going to be negative 30. Negative 6 and negative 33 is negative 39. And guess what, guys? That is your answer. Okay, so let's do another one. All right, so number 2, I give you matrix A, and I give you matrix B. And I want to solve negative x minus 1/2 A equals 1/2 B. All right, so again, we're just going to get x by itself. So the first thing you do is you get rid of the term that doesn't have x in it. Well, this is the term that doesn't have x in it, so we're going to get rid of it. It's negative, so I'm going to add it to both sides. Okay? So when I do that, I get negative x, that cancels, equals 1/2 B plus 1/2 A. Now my x is negative, so that, remember there's an understood 1 in front of your variable, so we're going to divide by negative 1 on both sides. And all that does is change your signs. So now it's going to be negative 1/2 B minus 1/2 A. Okay? Now we're going to input the matrices. So x now equals negative 1/2. Input matrix B. It's negative 12, 2. Okay, and then it's minus 1/2 A. So we're going to insert A here. Okay? All right, so now we're going to do what we did yesterday. Distribute your scalar and then combined. So I'm going to distribute the negative 1/2. So all that's going to do is cut the stuff in half and then change the sign. So x still equals, so this is going to be 6, then negative 1, then 6, then negative 3. Okay? Same thing here. Distribute that. That's going to be plus negative 5, negative 2. And you guys can use your calculator. That is fine with me. Or you can do this in the calculator. Remember I taught you the calculator steps? You can do that too. I'm just going to do them by hand. All right. Then we combine like elements. That's going to be 1, negative 3, 8, and then 2. And that's your answer, guys. Hold on. I did something wrong. No, I didn't. I think I did, let's see, B is negative 102. Oh, this is supposed to be a negative 6. All right, so this would be a positive 3, and this should be 8. Okay, there we go. All right, but you get the point, okay? Let's do one more, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so last one we're going to do. Now, same thing. I would get x by itself, so it'd be easier to solve. Okay, so we're going to get x by itself before we even input the matrix. So I'm going to add 3a to both sides because it doesn't have the x with it. And then I have x equals 3b plus 3a. All right, so we're good because x is now by itself. So now we're going to insert the matrix. So we're going to say x equals 3, insert matrix B, plus 3, insert matrix A. Okay, now it's back to what we were doing yesterday. Distribute that scalar. So x equals, distribute the 3. So we're going to multiply everything by 3. Same thing over here. Distribute that 3. Then now we're back to addition, and we're just going to combine our elements. Negative 15 and 18 is going to give me 3. 27 and negative 33 is going to give me negative 6. Negative 24 and negative 6 gives me negative 30. And then 3 and negative 21 gives me negative 18. And that would be your answer. Okay, guys? Now, this is exactly what your Delta Math is going to look like today because I actually got these problems from Delta Math. So there's not going to be a Delta Math video because this is the video. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. This is the last lesson for this unit, and so we'll review tomorrow. All right, guys?